just having a little sweet potato with vegan butter and some maple syrup on there, loading up the carbs. Not even a whole sweet potato. This thing was huge. Which reminds me, I'll be right back. You gotta see this sweet potato. It's ridiculous. Alright, so this is the size of the sweet potatoes we're dealing with here. This thing is a monster. It's as big as my head. Just about. I think it was like 69 cents at Trader Joe's. And they had little ones you could get too. You know, like that big. But I dug around because, you know, I'm broke and I got this is like 3 sweet potatoes for the price of one, so just a little tip there. They don't charge you by the pound, find the biggest one. Well, anyway, today I got a little bug to do some sort of DIY projects around the house, and I made some horrible videos of them, which I'll show you after this. But I have noticed that ever since I decided to go vegan, I've had a lot more energy. I'm just like, what can I do? What can I do? So all of a sudden, these undesirable projects, like, for example, taking apart the garbage disposal and figuring out what was wrong with it, and finding out why the bathroom sink was clogged, cleaning that out, fixing that. I had just been putting off, being like, well, they still basically work. You know, they're a little annoying, they smell a little bad, but who cares? Eat meat. And today I was like, nah, I'm going to get that done. Got it done. I said it in the next part of the video, but I'm going to be upgrading some of, you know, tripods, so forth and so on. And hopefully eventually a camera. So like and subscribe. Buy me a can of beans, whatever. I need to get a better quality camera. Right now it's on a cell phone. We got to do better than that. But yeah, hopefully you'll like those videos, and you know, just get up and go. You know, 70% plant-based diet, 30% cycling, which I did 20 miles of today, and then 5% DIY home improvement projects, 105% fitness for today. So I got all that in today. Eating healthy, got in the bike ride, and was productive. So I'm going to show you those videos, and just, you know, bear with them. Maybe go and fix something around your house that's been bugging you, that you've been putting off. Start eating just plants and get a bicycle. End of story. What's up? Broke vegan guy here. So I just took apart my garbage disposal because it was making that horrible noise. And you can see there's the garbage disposal unit right there. That's a sink aerator. Just 2 hoses, the little rubber one in the back right there is from the dishwasher. That's going over to the other drain. That's where it mounts, and this little thing I've got on, you know, those pliers is why it was making such a horrible noise. You may recognize that, you may not. At one point, that was what we call a penny, and that penny had wedged itself up against the inner part of the garbage disposal and was just grinding every time we tried to run it. It was still working, but it was making a horrible noise, and it can't be good for the garbage disposal. And I mean, this thing is old and nasty, and could probably go for a new one, really. But this is a rental, so if it still works, it's good enough, I guess. But hopefully I'll get it hooked up and it'll run just like new. Nice. It's more horrifying DIY stuff here. Basically, I'm cleaning out the drain on a bathroom sink, and you notice the hole is wide open there, and you can see that metal rod hanging off right here, and this little piece of metal with different holes you can put that rod through, and then you fasten it on. You put the metal piece on, then you put it through one of the holes, and then you put the other metal side on, and then it's clamped on there. And once you take that off, you should be able to remove the whole piece, but that thing is like, it's circular first of all, which is annoying. And I tried with some pliers to get it off, but it's kind of rusty too. But I was able to get the plug out of there anyhow, and it has to be one of the nastiest things I've ever seen in my life. You know, the drain was going really slow, and it's pretty apparent why. So I'm going to clean that off. That's just nasty. Hair, toothpaste. Almost, I don't even know that. It's just, that's horrible. But that goes with the garbage disposal work I did this morning, so I'm just making a day of it. So I can't blame this one on a meat bone. Vegan guy, broke vegan guy out. Broke vegan guy back at ya. Finished with my bathroom sink project. So the original problem was water pooling in the drain, and I figured, well, it's got to be gunk in there. So I took most of it apart. I showed you what the plug looked like, or I'm about to show you, depending on how I edit the video. And once I get my tripod and some better stuff like that, I'll be able to kind of film the project better. You know, this kind of DIY stuff I do on the side here. But now you can see, before that would just pool up to, I don't know, maybe that far, you know, then you'd shut it off and be like, oh man, I gotta wait, it's gross. Like, you know, if you're shaving, there's a little hair, or you're brushing your teeth, or whatever you're doing, it's just gross. So, what I did was, I ended up going behind here, and it was really tight, like wicked tight, and this is what's holding this is connected to the adjustment for the drain. And this little piece is, you can just take it off by pinching it and sliding it back. And that's your actual drain adjustment right there. And then even tighter way in there, right, you can see it right there, is that circular, there's a seal, you can see the seal on it and the kind of bearing sort of deal there. And that was like kind of rusted on there. It was on there pretty good, and I tried to get in there with some pliers. It was too tight to get good leverage. And I ended up using one of my favorite products that I use a lot when I do car stuff, and that's PB Blaster right there. And it's like WD-40, but I think it's better at getting that stuff out. And I sprayed it on there, and then I literally hit it once with the pliers and popped it out. And then I was able to, when you pull this drain out, that metal rod comes through into your drain pipe. I poured a half a bottle of Drano down there just for fun, waited half an hour. But you have to unscrew that back piece I just showed you in order to rethread. There's a little hole at the end of the there's like a, you know, there's this plastic thing with a square underneath it. There's a little hole at the end of it. And over time, whoever maybe rented this place, I've been here 4.5 years. I've been too lazy to mess with it until today, but whoever was here before, this thing was just floating on top of that metal rod. It wasn't threaded through the hole at the bottom of this. And so I rethreaded that hole. And really, in order to rethread the hole, at least on this, I had to get that back piece off, pull it, you know, pull the metal rod back so I could get in there. And like I said, I'll try to do better with the production and stuff like that. And but now this sink, so I got 2 sink problems taken care of in one day. That's all because of the power of plants. I'm telling you, I've been eating meat, and I just let this stuff slide. Who cares if who cares if, my sinks are nasty and the garbage disposal is making a horrible noise and the bathroom sink is overflowing. But and I got in a bike ride, 20 miles. So, and I'm having a nice vegan smoothie right now. So, 70% plant-based diet, 30% cycling, 5% do-it-yourself home improvement projects. That's 105% fitness right there. Vegan guy, broke vegan guy out.